It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. I'm putting you out, it's trash day. I'm putting you out of my mind. It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. I'm putting you out, trash day. I'm putting you out of my mind. Now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up the house. I'm taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage.
There's something special about getting out on the boat with the kids and casting a line. They've become hooked on fishing. By always wearing your life jacket, you've taught them how to be safe on the water. The Canadian Safe Boating Council and its partners thank you for getting them hooked on life jackets, too.
Wait a minute. We have to go to another commercial.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Trust me, I'm a lawyer.
Trust me, I'm a car thief.
When it comes to insurance fraud, it's not always easy knowing who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. If you suspect insurance fraud, call 1-800-TEL-NICB.
You know what, the hell with it. It's Can Crusher Day!
Welcome to Can Crushers. It's Mark Martinez. It's Paul Bullers. And we had a lot of ads to take care of today, Paul.
Yeah, great. I've been so rudely interrupted time and time again today. I'm just ready to start the show.
Are you?
Yeah, because we're two ordinary garbage men drinking beer and talking wrestling.
And we have two different beers that I'm ready to open because you're off. You haven't worked again in a week. So we are drinking two random beers. I have Lancaster Milk Stout. I've actually had this before. I bought a random six-pack the other day because I needed beers.
I don't blame you. You probably do need a lot of beers.
This is a stout brewed with milk sugar from Lancaster. We've talked about Lancaster. I don't see what the beer is, alcohol level, but it's really good. It's a darker beer. You get a hint of milk and coffee-ish.
I'm going to be a Dogfish Deadhead today because I'm drinking American Beauty Pale Ale from Dogfish Head and the Grateful Dead.
That is an amazing beer.
I haven't had it yet. I'm excited to try it, so let's try it.
Okay, you're trying it.
Pretty good beer.
It's a pretty good.
How was your milk stout?
My milk stout is wonderful.
I love milk stouts. I'm a big fan.
Why didn't you take that one then?
Well, because I wanted to try this American Beauty. I thought there was bears on it. I thought it was cute.
A bear? There are two bears. Two bears.
Anything going on in wrestling, boss?
AEW Double or Nothing sold out in 4 minutes.
What are you? Can you tell people are excited for this?
Right. So not knowing that I can't go or knowing that I can't go to Vegas, I thought I'm just going to check and see what the scalpers are getting tickets. 2 front row seats now on StubHub are $2,500.
I'm glad you called them scalpers and StubHub.
It is. I'm sorry. It's what it is.
StubHub and Ticketmaster are both scalpers. It's legalized scalping. And I'm not a fan of either one.
It's exactly what it is. $2,500 now.
Whoo!
A couple matches have been announced.
You definitely have Omega versus Jericho.
Yeah. The one that I don't know if you actually know this. It is Britt Baker against Smiley Kylie Ray against Nyla Rose, who was just at Asylum in January.
Nice!
So, and I've asked Shay, I reached out to him, I said, stuff doesn't happen until May with that. Is there a possibility of her coming back? And he gave me a winky face. So I don't know if he's flirting with me, or if it's a yes, or if it's I'm not telling you.
I'm guessing he's definitely flirting with you, knowing Shay.
Yeah, so other than that, 2 passings this week. That's who Sal Balatomi and then Pedro Morales, both older wrestlers. I'm sure, Sal, you probably don't remember.
I don't remember Sal.
And Pedro Morales.
I do remember Pedro.
Yeah. So, other than that, we finished our Royal... Go ahead, Paul.
Wow. Finished our Royal Row. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, because you're going to call it something completely different again this week.
The Ready to Rumble Royal Rumblers Rumbling Championship, Can Crusher Championship. And we finished it. And this last match was down to the wire, wasn't it, Marcus?
It was. I was getting worried again.
So what would have happened if it was 50-50, Mark? Would there have been no winner? We'd have had to...
No, we would have called Helen.
Oh, we're bringing in the big guns.
We would have said, Helen, this is how you vote. You need to pick one of these two.
Sorry, Benoit and Orton, we can't call Helen for you, but we can for Flair.
What's the final match?
Well, regardless,
it's the final
they could have
match.
been co-champs.
Well, they didn't even make it. One of them would have faced Taker anyway, and he destroyed.
But yeah, we had the Undertaker as your Royal Rumble Ready to Rumble Can Crusher champion.
So as you noticed, yesterday I put on, you guys got to pick the next tournament. And it was two, the bad gimmicks, so any bad gimmick. I put Shockmaster up because as a wrestling fan, I think everybody knows the Shockmaster was a horrible gimmick. Or the best jobbers, which was actually brought in by the English professor. He's like, let's do that as well.
Which is also pretty much one of the best gimmicks. Because you got the Brooklyn Brawler, who's the best jobber ever.
Right. So
no offense, Mr. Snow. No offense.
Oh, yeah.
But the Brooklyn Brawler had you beat.
Yeah. He was the original Job Squad.
Yes.
So we will do them both, but we're going to break them up. So it starts with bad gimmicks. Now, this is all on you. Tomorrow night, on our live show, we want you to call in. Quick, give us a quick synopsis why you want the Red Rooster in. Well, because it's a horrible gimmick, but at least tell us why you think it's really horrible.
Oh, I can't wait to call in and say my favorite horrible gimmick ever, and
I'm going to be pissed. I know who it is already, and I'm going to be pissed.
You're just going to have to wait till tomorrow to find out and call in on our live show.
And then we're going to put them all in a hat, and next week on the podcast, we will make a tournament, but we're going to announce that on Thursday's live show again.
Yes.
The tournament. We'll pull them out after the podcast, have the bracket set up, but we'll have it because on live air, we don't want to eat up dead time.
Right. So we're going to do it on the podcast.
Yeah, but then we'll...
I think you had that... I might have been confused. I don't know.
I'm confused.
What else is new?
Nothing. This Saturday, we'll jump right into this. This Saturday, myself, the kids, and the English professor will be going to IWC Cold Blooded in Elizabeth. You have WCW legend Glacier and all-around woman's legend. I'm calling it a legend right now. She's been in Mae Young. She's been in Impact, everywhere. Madison Rayne.
She's been everywhere, dude.
Yeah. So...
That's awesome. That's a good weekend for you guys.
It is a good weekend. Might stay over Saturday night so we can just do the recap there instead of having them call in. But other than that, great interview last night, and I can announce it now, with the OVW Women's Champion, Jay Lee.
Holy moly, you're just announcing all sorts of things today. You must be in a good mood. You must be in a good mood today.
Now that the beer is flowing, I am in a better mood. So let's talk real quick about you. You've had a week of playing video games and doing nothing. How is that knee?
My knee is sore, and weirdly, I got my stitches out today, and this is the first time, but it's bleeding a little.
All over my floor.
It's weird. It's never happened, and it's not healed all the way, but I got the okay to start physical therapy, which I got a call, and as of right now, I have big news. 3 weeks from now, I will go to the doctor, and that will tell me when I get to go back to work.
That's not big news.
Well, that's big news for you. It's more of a spoiler.
Downer.
Sorry, boss. You got 3 weeks out without me, but you always have Wednesdays.
I do always have
a little bit
Wednesdays.
on Thursdays when I remember to call, but...
WWE 2K19, have you...
I have not been playing that. I'm an Apex Legends player right now.
I've heard about this.
It's fun. It's a shooter, and it's not like Fortnite because I don't have to build stuff. I realized that from when I turned 25 till I turned 33, I've taken a break from gaming. Like, I just quit playing video games.
That's on you.
Well, that's a lot of... I was moving constantly, so I was definitely not sitting in one spot playing video games. But now, I am just horrible. I have lost it. I look like my cousin Big Rob. Just look down, spin around, look up, shoot, spin up, jump. I don't know how to play this game, but I'm getting better. Practice. Also,
so you downloaded... How was that, $49?
No, it's free. Free 99.
What? That's getting downloaded tonight, then?
Yeah, it was free. It's way easy. Also, I hooked up 2 TVs, so last night I was playing video games and watching wrestling.
Oh, so now you stole my idea. You love that idea.
I love that idea. Well, we had a TV in the basement not doing anything, so now it's on, and we're watching wrestling while we're playing video games.
Nice.
I can't wait to hook up the network, and now I'm watching the network while I'm playing video games.
Speaking of which, this Sunday, Elimination Chamber.
Yes. Are we going right into that, or are we taking a break?
We're going to do my OVW report.
Let's do your OVW report.
So, OVW 1017, folks, they just keep climbing, and if you are not watching OVW, that's on you. They're doing great things. In fact, they are very impactful. You'll get the pun here in a minute. Al Snow starts the show and with a major announcement. On March 2nd, 2019, Impact Wrestling and OVW are going to combine to do a super show. And he announces only the champions will compete for sure. Some other people might get into this, but the champions will have matches against Impact wrestlers. That brings out a host of wrestlers then from OVW. The Entourage comes out, Zoe comes out, Mr. Marvelous comes out, Revolver comes out, Cash Flow, and Drew Hernandez, all making a pitch to be on the show. Then Justin Smooth comes out and says, hey, I'm on the show pretty much right now because I am the OVW TV champ. Al puts 2 and 2 together and says, you know what? There's enough guys here right now that this is going to be the main event. And this is going to be the gauntlet match for the TV championship, which, then Al reviews all the rules of the gauntlet match that you can lose via outside being counted out in this, that, So if you don't know the rules of the gauntlet match, catch on with OVW, folks. This is where it is. It's on YouTube. They post it up. It is more or less free wrestling for you to watch on YouTube. I don't know how I can continue to beat this into your head. These are the stars of tomorrow. Their next step, NXT. Their next step, WWE. Just watch them. So many of them have been there. Callie has wrestled on Impact, just so on and so forth. There's just so many people. Abyss was just signed from OVW to the WWE roster. Folks, watch OVW. I can't just watch it. I'm getting so mad that you guys aren't watching it. Okay, so finally we have the first match of the night, and it's Eddie Knight and Dimes, and they're going to take on The Void. Find out that The Void's all right. They've been cleared to wrestle after the beating that Crazy Steve and Amon gave them last week. And they ended up winning. The Void ended up winning over Eddie Knight and Dimes quick. And the story actually doesn't end there. Amon comes out, and he's in the rafters with this dark, satanic voice that he has, just saying, all the sheep wander, but they will return. Amon promises the Void will get what they have coming, and then they'll be back with them. Him and Crazy Steve. Steve's suspended right now, but Amon has some things planned, and he's going to put them through hell. Then we had a one-on-one with Tony Gunn, the new OVW champion, Tony Gunn, and he talks about beating Abyss, being out of wrestling for a year with the injury that he had, and pretty much taking on challengers. And he's excited about, getting the opportunity to work with somebody in Impact, and he's going to take them down. He just took down the Impact Hall of Famer Abyss, so why the hell wouldn't he be able to take down anybody else in Impact? I love what Tony Gunn is doing right now. He's had a long career, and he's getting his much-needed support, his dues, anything that you can say right now. Tony Gunn is amazing. Out comes King's Ransom. Folks, if you haven't listened, last Friday, King's Ransom was on the spotlight, and they call out War Kings, and they said, hey, we want our title shot right now. War Kings come out, but they're in jeans, and they say, hey, listen, Al Snow just made this huge announcement, and we're going to hold on to our titles right now. But a ref comes out and makes it a match. So, but what they said also, they were talking about King's Ransom's helmets that they wear. They called him Shockmaster 2.0. Got a little giggle out of that. I don't think the guys took it that well. They really didn't. As King's Ransom started to bring it to War Kings. Dane and Crimson gets it back in their favor, fighting back and forth. King's Ransom finally gets Crimson in the ring, hits him with King's Landing, and then Dane attacks King's Ransom with the belt. So Ransom wins by disqualification. This feud is nowhere over, folks. I suspect it to be a huge match on a Saturday Night Special coming up. You're going to see, prediction right now, you're going to see King's Ransom with those OVW Southern Heavyweight Tag Team Champions within too long. They are the team in OVW, folks. I will keep telling you, go listen to the Spotlight that we just had last Friday. These guys are amazing. Sin Bodhi. Folks, if you don't know who Sin Bodhi is, look him up. He is coming to OVW. He's also going to be in Pittsburgh February 28th at WrestleRex if you guys want to go. He's crazy. If you thought Doink was a little demented back then, multiply this by infinity, and that's the craziness of Sin Bodhi. It's now time for the main event, the TV title gauntlet match, and it's a 7-round match. You know, usually it's not that long, but a lot of guys want into it, and so much happened in this match. We're going to cover it quick, but we'll stop when random tandems happen. DL3 starts off against Zoe. Zoe makes short work of DL3. Shiloh comes out again. Zoe, boom, Zoe bomb over. Zoe now takes on Mr. Marvelous. And this was a strong man's dream match. These guys are ripped and just ready to go all the time. Zoe power slams Maximus, tries for the Zoe bomb, but Maximus hits him with the electric chair and gets the pin. So Marvelous moves on to take on Revolver, and you know the history there, folks. It is just unrelenting feud. During the break, Revolver works on the leg. Marvelous gets the upper hand, but Shannon the Dude comes in and gets involved. Revolver attacks him on the outside, and Dude holds Marvelous outside the ring for the 10 count. So now it's Revolver against Smooth, and Justin is just wham, bam, big boot, street justice. Smooth moves on. Next up is Smooth against Drew Hernandez, but before Drew gets into the ring, Colton Cage and Dustin Jackson are beating the hell out of each other out of the curtain, all over the place. Danny, Dustin's girlfriend, gets involved, and as Jackson's getting ready to give him Colton Cage a forearm shiver, just lands it on Danny. Cage hightails it out of there. Jackson picks up his girlfriend, carries her in the back, and Drew is instantly disqualified because behind the back of the official and the TV cameras and whatever, hit a low blow on Smooth. So that brings out Cash Flow, the final man in this tournament. In this match, these are two big behemoth folks, and they were just given to him. Flo made a terrible mistake trying to go to the top rope as he's jumping off, street justice to the face, and a 1, 2, 3 for Justin Smooth, keeping that TV title. Up next, Raw and SmackDown.
Wrestling. A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. The wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. Collar and Elbow is the brand. Passion and love for wrestling is the drive. I am Al Snow, and this is Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
So we're on to Raw.
Riveting journalism, by the way, with your OVW report.
Again, you...
I listened to it the other day.
You have not watched it.
No, I have not watched it. But
So then there's no calling Al Snow
I
out.
now have 2 TVs, so I have more time to do both things.
It's hot in here.
It is warm in here. Holy Moses.
Well, the wife and the kid are home today. They're both sick, so we have to
Party like rock stars.
pay the national fuel extra money because we have to crank it up to 90.
Well, let them sweat it out and get better. That's all that matters.
That's right. So,
Are you excited for this Elimination Chamber?
No. What? One match.
Because you don't have your SmackDown Women's title on it. You don't have your Universal title on it. We'll go figure.
Right.
And when I was looking on the
U.S. title's not on it?
U.S. title's not on it either, no. Because I looked, from what I found off of WWE's website, and I thought that Angle and Strowman were facing Corbin and...
That was the main event Monday.
Oh, that was just the main event on Monday. It wasn't for the pay-per-view.
No.
My bad.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into this. So we're going to go Strowman and Corbin first.
Oh, we're skipping Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do... Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Why would
first.
we do that?
I don't know. It's just exciting.
Welcome to your first paper podcast, Paul.
Yeah, my first paper podcast.
Paper podcast. That's the name of it today, by the way.
Pretty much it is a paper podcast for me because you have everything written down, especially your notes on your phone. I just go with it. Monday Night Raw was pretty fantastic because we started out with... Whoa!
Well, that was only after Steph and Triple H came out to invite her out.
Well, but I was still pumped for it.
Right, and then she had to make the decision if she was going to apologize or not.
So, are they still doing the whole 2 different brands thing, or is this more of a meshed up...
I think they're slowly meshing it.
It seems like it.
But it's already been announced, and I think
there's a superstar shakeup.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not walking on you, but
in Montreal or something.
Yeah.
It's international one is what they're calling it.
Oh, okay.
So
you're going to have some NXT UK people coming too.
I think so. I think that's good. That's going to spice up both shows.
Is it good because you still have people sitting on the sidelines not doing anything?
I'm beating a dead horse saying this. If they don't get their ratings up on SmackDown, Fox can pull.
Well, they're probably going to pull.
So you're going to see SmackDown heavy.
You need writers.
Well, they're online, WWEcareers.com.
Go after it, people. Me and Mark does my writing. I couldn't do it by myself.
So Beck didn't go see the doctor. She
did go see the doctor.
Well, but she
went to see her doctors.
Right.
But WWE doctors talk to her doctors and everybody's doctoring.
But she has to apologize, and more on that later. It's pretty much exactly what they said.
Yeah. You have till the end of the show to say you're sorry to us.
Right.
Because we've apologized.
So the legit huggers come out, and they're going to take on the other 2 Raw teams. The Samoan Slaughterhouse, which they're being called now.
I like that.
I do like that.
It's kind of better than the Samoa SWAT team. I like the Samoa Slaughterhouse.
And the Riot Squad.
Boy, they feed Liv Morgan to the wolves there's no way Liv Morgan could be a legitimate person of interest right now because she just gets her ass
the jobber.
whooped.
Right? She's the jobber of the women right now. She
is.
really is. But Sarah is the beast.
Yeah, Sarah is the beast. So, and I love watching Sarah wrestle because there's no fear in that woman.
No. Before the match,
Strong as an ox.
Before the match, Sasha's taken out again, so it's just on Bayley, and it adds up to be too much. So
is Sasha hurt legitimately, or is it just a play?
You know what? This one is interesting to me because I've now switched when you see what happens at Elimination Chamber where I'm going to go because Bayley's comment on SmackDown made me think something completely different. Sasha's going to be there at Elimination Chamber. They're not going to win. That's my spoiler. I'll pick who I'm going to pick, but they're not going to win.
Wow.
It's setting up for more down the line. There's going to be more tension. So they're the first team in. Elias? Nope. Becky comes on the Jumbotron.
Time to walk with Elias.
Elias?
Nope, wait. Commercial break.
Elias?
Lucha! Lucha! Lucha!
Elias gets pissed?
Oh, now he's like, you know what? I've come to sing. I'm going to sing this song regardless of you Lucha House Party people. And you let me know what you think.
And Kalisto sings with him.
Well, not at first. Elias sings the song and the house party gives him 3 thumbs down. So Kalisto then sings with him.
Yeah. And he's not a bad singer.
No, he's not. He plays good guitar.
Right.
Like Esteban.
Oh. So then...
We are full of air quotes and air guitars, and I'm glad you guys can't see this podcast.
So then Elias grabs the other guitar and says, all right, let me pick with you and we'll both go. So Kalisto's still sitting on the stool. Wha-bam!
Wappo!
Guitar.
Strummed.
Where's this taking both of them?
Nowhere. Just a feud. But it's nice. It's not Corbin and Elias.
Yet.
I know.
Yet. So on Elias's way out, Bob now makes his way to the ring with Leo. And they're going to watch Finn fight.
Great. And Finn's fighting Drew.
Yep.
So we know where this is going.
Nowhere fast. Finn almost gets the win. Bob and Leo are in the mix of it. Sets up.
Here comes Corbin.
Here
comes Angle.
The Angle.
Here comes Strowman.
And I sent a text to you. I sent a text to somebody.
I looked at Teresa. You didn't send a text to me, but I looked at Teresa and I said...
6-man match.
6-man match.
They take a break. During the break, they signed it. They signed the 6-man match. Just start with a 6-man match.
Right. This is dumb.
Yeah.
You just wasted 45 minutes of my life.
But Chad Patton comes out at the end and says, hey, Finn's foot was on the rope.
So we're going to
restart it. We're going to restart it after this commercial break.
Oh, my God.
Finally.
Why is WWE's rating so bad?
Because of this. I know you love Braun.
I do love Braun.
Ethan loves Finn. They're just in different aspects. They need to be in different storylines. This storyline has legitimately been going on 6 to 7 months.
Yeah.
And it's not for a title. It's not carrying anything.
Because the IC title's in the picture.
Right, but it hadn't been for 5 months.
So you fed Braun. We'll get into this in a minute. More in a minute.
So Kevin Owens makes a promo. I'm glad to see he announces he'll be back in about a month.
A non-heel. He was babyface in this promo.
He's coming back good.
Good. I'm good.
I just want him back.
Yeah, me too.
I really want him back.
I miss Sami Zayn. I miss him.
Yeah. I would like to see Zayn come back as El Generico, though, for a little bit from ROH. And I don't know if he has the rights or whatever, but
I don't know.
Just a little fun spin, something, because he's kind of plain.
Right.
The best thing about him is his music. I love his music, but
And his hat. I like his hat.
I have one.
Well, good.
I have one.
I know. You wear it to your weddings.
I do. I look all with my bow tie and my...
You look like a giant dork.
I do.
But it suits you.
It fits me.
You.
Right? Nikki Cross against Ruby Riott, and this was a great match. I really enjoyed this match.
Yeah. This was actually a really good match. Because both of these people, nobody needs to carry anybody. It told a story. It's perfect.
But it was overshadowed because right in the middle of the match, Becky runs into Ronda backstage. Why the hell are you... You need to build both of these characters, Ruby and Nikki.
Right.
So you cut down.
Yeah, and you have Ruby going against Rousey this Sunday. So why are you ruining Ruby's match with this?
Right. And Riott does get the win as she hits her with the Riott kick. And I'd like to see something change this Sunday. I really would. So Rollins is on his way out to burn it down, talking about he got 75,000 F5s and he didn't know if he was going to make it or live, but he took 75,000 F5s and he's...
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Bullers, and I am the advocate for the Can Crushers. I don't like Paul Heyman or Seth Rollins, and I
didn't even give me time to get a drink.
And I don't care. Well, I'm not worried about it. I was taking a breath.
Oh.
And I don't care about this match. The only thing I want to see is Seth Rollins get the damn title and get it back on TV.
Right. Heyman says he's on a suicide mission. No, check that. Rollins said he's going to be on a suicide mission. If he has to take himself out to get that title back on Raw, that's what he's going to do.
Good.
So, and then Heyman, that scared Heyman.
So, even if he does take himself out, now Rollins is injured with the title, you know what's going to happen? They're going to give it back to Braun anyway. Right. Or Brock anyway. This is dumb.
When is his UFC match going to be announced?
Never.
I thought it was going to be announced by now.
I thought it was too.
So, he's just playing. He really is just playing. Big news is Ambrose comes out after all this shtick and says, slay the beast. That's it, and sits down. Well, there's been noted records that he botched his whole line. He was supposed to say like so much more about the Shield, this, that, and the other thing, but he just said, slay the beast. Is he pissed? Is he just mailing it in?
He's mailed in. He's checked out. He don't care.
So he ends up having a match, but this is where I think maybe he's not.
C3PO? EC3.
Yeah, C3PO he has a match with. And Ambrose got the roll-up victory this week. Like,
well, because he still has till April on his contract, so, like, what are you... You're not going to sit...
Sit him.
You're not going to sit Ambrose.
I would. I don't...
You would.
I don't care. I really don't care.
You're so angry.
I'm just sick of the Ambrose thing. I really am. Becky has been talking to everybody backstage. And this is the one that Bliss says, hey, don't say you're sorry. Be the badass that you are. This, that, and the other thing. And Becky says, you just want my spot. That's the only reason why you're telling me to do it. No, right. I'm not. So, the Glorious Guys against the Revival for the Tag Team Championship.
For the millionth time.
And finally, it's off of the Glorious Guys.
Are you excited for that?
I am. At least it's going to go someplace else now. I think now you have the breakup of... I like Rude. I like Gable. I don't like them together. There's no camaraderie there.
In all fairness, Gable is a tag team wrestler and not a singles guy, though.
And Rude is the other.
He's a singles guy.
I know he started out, everybody's going to jump on my shit now. He started out in Beer Money with James Storm and TNA, but he's superseded that now.
Right. He's his own entity.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode is a U.S. title guy, is an Intercontinental title guy. I don't know if he's a Universal or a WWE title guy, but he could be. I mean,
he
it
can
could
carry
be there.
the mid-carders.
Yes.
He could carry the mid-carders. He carried Impact for a while. That's a mid-card company.
Yeah. You're right.
So
you're not wrong on that.
So after they win the titles, Beck comes out again. And she says, wrapping it up, she says she's sorry.
And Triple H and
Steph
were like, okay, that's good with us. And they're walking out of the ring, and she's like, wait, is that it? And then the biggest...
No chance!
The greatest heel in WWE history comes out.
No chance at all!
And McMahon says, this is not okay. You're suspended for 60 days. And if you look at your calendar right now... 60 days brings you right past WrestleMania.
5 days.
You're out of the match. And your replacement is...
Woo!
Charlotte Flair.
And this has pissed me off.
This has pissed everybody off. The internet literally
blew up. And Charlotte made a tweet later on that night saying, oh my God, I didn't know you guys hated me so much. I'm going to go talk to management about getting myself back out of this match. Then she was like, joking, I am the queen, or something like that.
Just kidding, I don't care what you peasants think.
Yeah.
I am the queen.
Yeah, see? On to SmackDown, guess who starts off the show? Charlotte Flair. You didn't watch SmackDown, did you?
No.
Oh, baby Huey just gave me that face.
I was like, oh shit, you put me on the spot, Mark. I don't know.
Charlotte started the show off. And she's like, since day one, it's been my destiny. She mocks Becky. The whole crowd's going, Becky, Becky. She's like, maybe if you guys keep chanting, I point at the sign, blah, 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 she'll come out. She's the franchise. She's the backbone of the women's division. She's dedicating the match at WrestleMania, though, to Becky.
Well, that was awful nice of her.
As much as I hate the three-way, last night, this is a great storyline. This is what they're hanging their hats on. They're selling this.
So what if it's not going to be a three-way? What if it's going to be a four-way?
With who?
Ooh, now we'll talk about that. More of that in a minute.
What? Now you just blow me. It's not going to be a four-way.
Well,
I don't think it's going to be a three-way. In retrospect, I don't. A match has already been announced for Fastlane, by the way.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
These guys are idiots.
Why did you announce the match that's announced at Fastlane? So now it's on to the women's part of SmackDown for the Elimination Chamber. Fabulous Glow, the Iconics, and I forgot what you called Sonya and Mandy last week. They were fired.
Golden Gloves.
What? Golden Gloves.
The Golden Gloves.
Golden Gloves. And the loser of this match takes on the legit huggers. this was a good match, and the Iconics were brilliant in this. They started the match, they tagged out, and they didn't see any more of the match.
Nope. They waited. Naomi and Mella ended up getting the win, and then they got attacked.
The Iconics beat the snot out of everybody.
Yep. Well, not Sonya, not the Golden Gloves.
Not the Golden Gloves, but still. So now Mandy took the pin, and now she's going to start with whatchamacallit, the Legit Huggers.
Legit Huggers.
Yeah. As you saw, Mustafa Ali is out.
Not medically cleared.
Not medically cleared.
So one of the New Day is going to take his place.
And we don't know who it is yet.
We have no idea.
And this stick was fun. Big E sitting in the back with hockey gear on. They were in Toledo last night.
Yeah.
So he had the Walleyes gear on last night. And it was
Holy
this
Toledo!
That's coming up.
Oh my! Oh, we're gonna have to edit that.
That's not getting edited. That's what happens on our podcast.
Yeah,
Real life.
Real life sneezes.
Thank you, though, for blessing me, Paul.
Oh, you're welcome.
So it's McMiz TV time. This was horrible.
You didn't like this?
No.
Nah, me neither.
Not at all.
I did watch some of it. I got like halfway through and I got to watch it.
Hey, Shane's going to be in NCIS LA, though.
Nice.
Are you going to watch that?
Oh, he's going to be a dead guy. No, I'm not going to watch that.
No. The Usos have been... This is a fact that I pulled out. The Usos have been in 53 title matches.
The Usos are your best talkers, though.
Best team.
Your best team. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Because they ride together.
And they
train
eat together.
And they eat together.
Jinx. How about... they talked about the Toledo Mudhens last night. That's Mrs. favorite...
Yeah.
minor league baseball team.
And he likes quiche because Maurice makes a terrific quiche.
I'm not a quiche fan.
I didn't even know if I've ate quiche before.
You have. You don't like it either. You don't like it either.
I don't know. I like food a lot.
Yeah, not quiche. All in all, this ends up with...
I like rikishi. Does that count?
Rikishi.
And then we're coming into the Usos. See how I did that there?
Dueling super kick.
I didn't eat rikishi, though. Ugh.
Miz and McMahon, and they're laid out.
Things to come.
Yeah. And that's the first hour. The second hour is the whole gauntlet match, and I was bored.
Daniel Bryan, and, well, now that we can announce it because we're there, Kofi Kingston's your New Day member in the match. They killed it.
Kofi takes over every spot that Ali did because Kofi can do the same thing Ali did. There's going to be a flyer in the match so that New Day wasn't going to do anything.
No.
They were on the shelf.
Yeah.
Take a break. So they can just reverse him. The whole thing that Kofi did last night was going to be Ali. They're giving Ali a push, but he's not medically cleared. So does this do anything for Kofi? It makes him look great last night. And I put down that as much as they're great as a tandem and a group and everything, they need some
single
separate
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, Big E needs to go after a legit title.
By himself.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see him as a stable.
A stable.
Yes.
Yes.
The New Day, but I don't know. They can't turn heel.
Mm-mm.
So it has to be a good stable, and that's not.
So
they could. And that would be, I mean, that might pop your ratings.
Pop something. So, Kofi beats Daniel. Kofi beats Hardy. Kofi beats Joe. Kofi loses to AJ. Great matches in between. The Daniel-Kofi one went 25, 30 minutes, which was long. The Hardy one was quick.
Joe rolled him up quick.
But
Kofi rolled Joe up quick. And then Joe whooped him.
Yeah, he did whoop him. He put an ass whooping on him.
And then AJ comes out and saves the day.
And that shocked me. Because why wouldn't you want one of your competitors worn down?
Because AJ is that kind of dude. And he also still has problems with Joe.
Right. Which makes me think
is telling
more.
The story.
Which makes me think more of something. So AJ does beat Kofi with the calf crutcher. But Kofi's been in a match for 60 minutes. And there is literally 1 minute left. And I'm watching this. I'm like, Randy needs to come out. This is like 10 till. I'm like, Randy's not getting a 10-minute match. 5 minutes. All right, Randy could come out and pose for 4 minutes after he hits this thing. Well, guess what? Randy comes out at 9:59.
Hits an RKO.
1, 2, 3. Done. See you. Nothing. That's it. He didn't pose. He did nothing. That was Hasta la vista, that's how SmackDown ends.
But that's just telling you how fast the Viper can win something.
Right, but that also tells me that he's not winning
anything.
All right, now it is time. It is time. Are we doing double or nothing? Because you haven't paid up yet.
Yeah, we'll do double or nothing.
Yeah, because now you're just hoping for wins.
Okay, we'll start it out with Corbin and Strowman. Who you got? This match doesn't mean anything. I don't even know if it's going to make the main card. This is on WWE.com. This is where I pulled these from.
Braun.
For
no reason. No reason. Just because.
I'm going Corbin.
To keep it going?
Yep.
Whoa.
Because what else are they going to do?
Nothing. Where's Drew? Drew will get involved in this.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I got Corbin.
Okay.
Cruiserweight. Murphy versus Tozawa.
This is still going to be, as sad as the Strowman match should be the pre-show match.
This is going to be on the pre-show too.
No, it's only an hour. Thank
so this
God,
is
it's only an hour.
Be a pre-show match.
Yeah. I have to say Murphy still.
Oh, yeah. Murphy keeps that title.
Murphy's selling everything. He's really good. He's better than a 205 guy. I really think he should get pushed up.
He was a main guy, and then he dropped to go to 205.
To get his business right. Now his business is right. All right.
Your IC Intercontinental title. Lashley and Lio Rush in a handicap match against Baylor.
I would love to.
Well, I don't know why I said Baylor. Balor. I even wrote Baylor, and I was like, that's wrong. Balor.
Somebody wrote the notes today. Somebody had nothing to do at work. So I said, hey, will you write notes? This is what we get.
My bad.
Who are you picking?
Lashley and Rush, because it's just too...
He just got the title. There's no way they're taking it off of him yet.
I don't think so either. SmackDown Live tag team. The Miz Man or the Usos? What do you got, Oos?
Oos? Who you got, Oos?
Who you got, Oos?
I'm taking Usos.
Are you really?
Yeah, because this is going to set up for McMiz to have their feud.
I think that the feud happens after this during
Fastlane.
Yes. There's still another one before WrestleMania, so yeah.
All right.
Then we have I'm saving that one for last. The Raw Women's match. Rousey or Riot?
Ronda.
You're picking Ronda.
I am. Even though Flair she said she is going to be sitting ringside to help cheer on Ruby.
And this is why
they're not taking Ronda out of Mania.
Riot wins.
All right, if you're gonna say Riot wins, but no title change.
No title change. No, yeah.
All right, I'll go with you on that then.
What the? You stole my idea. You've already picked Rousey. You have Rousey.
I have Rousey.
This is how we split this up. And
this is so you don't have to buy beer again.
This is smart.
That's going to be the one that screws me over.
This is why I say that Ruby has a shot of being in the WrestleMania match in the 4-way because of what happens here. Just saying.
Oh my God, no.
Okay.
I would love it.
WWE title match. AJ, Daniel Bryan, Joe, Kofi, Orton, or Hardy?
Samoa Joe wins.
Whoa!
Samoa Joe wins and burns that title already to bring back the old title. It sets Daniel Bryan into a rage, setting up for... Because what's Daniel Bryan going to do at WrestleMania right now?
He doesn't have anything.
Right. This could carry for longer.
This is heel versus heel then.
Thank God. It'll be great. Joe can talk.
I like that idea. I still like the idea of Orton maybe winning, but I'm going to go with Daniel keeping it.
Wow. Yeah, I think AJ's done. Not done.
But he's done with this whole title.
For a while,
because he's had it for a while.
All right.
Now the main event. Because
it damn well better be.
This is my main event.
Damn well better be.
You're bringing WWE Raw Women, or WWE title. Oh my fun. WWE Women's title.
Almost, Mom. Almost.
Light. So this has to be your main event.
It better be. It really better be.
You've got the Samoa SWAT,
the
Slaughterhouse, the Riot Squad, the Iconics, the Legit Hungers, the Golden Gloves, or Glow Money.
Fabulous Glow.
On the Fabulous Glow. I like Glow Money.
I do like Glow Money better. That just came off your head now.
It did, because I wrote Carmella's name down as a money sign.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
I was quick notes.
Sasha doesn't show up. She somehow is not medically cleared. As much as they pushed for this match, Sasha does not show up. They will not be your first tag team champions. They may be tag team champions at WrestleMania, because my thoughts are more down the line, because it was already teased with Trish and Lita months ago that they want to fight them at some time on one of the Moment of Blisses. But they don't win it now. There's Fastlane yet.
I'd love to see the Golden Gloves win this, but they're not going to. It's going to be the Samoan Slaughterhouse.
It's going to be the Samoan Slaughterhouse.
We both are going with that.
I would love to see the Squad get it.
No, yeah, I'd like to even see the Iconics get it.
But Nia is good. All right? I give props to Nia. Tamina is horrid.
Tamina's not good. I don't think Nia's that good because she botches a lot of her moves.
She does botch it, but she can hold her. Like, you're not seeing Nia jump off the top rope because she knows she can't jump off the top rope.
Yeah, but you do see Tamina.
And she falls off the top rope. It's like me.
Well, she wants to be like the Superfly.
She wants to be like her dad. You're not.
Nope.
Do your own thing. And this is why...
But maybe they're not letting her do her own thing.
They let her go to their top rope. They let her go to the top rope and she can't do it.
No, I don't know if she wants to. Maybe they are pushing her to be more like her dad. Oh. Do you know what I mean?
I do now. Now
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I spun it that way, okay.
Yeah.
But if she wants to do it, she can't.
No.
So, as much as I'm wearing my I'm a Hugger shirt right now, and I will be excited next week if they win, but I don't see this is either a way of them winning it the following month and fighting Trish and Lita, or as somebody texted me, ooh, this is where it happens. Because Bayley's going to get pissed off that Sasha now can't show up to their biggest thing is a friendship. And now Bayley turns.
Oh, well, I mean, I like that idea too. Because Bayley doesn't have a way to turn.
Right. All right. Paul's favorite part, and he doesn't have it yet.
Garbage tip of the week. I don't have a garbage tip. I haven't worked in 2 weeks.
No shit. But first, it's everybody's favorite English professor.
At the end of every Saturday morning WWF show, Vince McMahon would entice us with the following week's rundown. Be here for the debut of the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich, McMahon shouted one summer day in 1990. Although I had been raised on a steady WWF diet with some Crockett promotions mixed in, I certainly knew who the Von Erichs were. I remember the WWF doing a tribute to David in 1984, even though he had never worked for the company. I believe Kerry was the most popular of the brothers and the most likely to get a shot up north. They're getting everybody, I exclaimed. My brother Dom said, I don't know. The WWF has too many guys floating around. I disagreed at the time, but looking at the lack of any viable mainstream competition for the WWE today, it seems the company is oversaturated with talent. Kerry Von Erich won an Intercontinental Championship almost immediately upon entering the Federation. I look forward to his feud with the $1 Million Man after DiBiase's disparaging remarks about Texans, particularly Dusty and Dustin Rhodes. The Tornado blew onto the Brother Love set and whipped through DiBiase and Virgil. Von Erich grabbed the microphone, but the heels came back for more. He dropped the mic, threw some more Von Erich-style stiff right hands to send the bad guys running, and then picked up the microphone again. I'm from Texas, too, and I'm damn proud, he shouted. I loved the obvious connection with the Rhodes family. And I thought once he dropped the Intercontinental Championship back to Mr. Perfect, tag team matches with either Dusty or Dustin against DiBiase and Virgil seemed logical. Lord Alfred Hayes and Sean Mooney even teased the possibility of Kevin joining his brother in the WWF. But Kerry quickly became lost in the shuffle. Some of the reason behind his fizzling out so quickly may have been self-inflicted damage, such as his problems with the law, but I'm not totally sure about that. I know he was over with the fans. Maybe part of the problem was sharing the stage with over 50 other top-of-the-industry performers. You can't blame Vince McMahon for being the last man standing. He had a vision that his competitors simply did not have. Maybe Vince is happy with things just as they are, But for the performers and the fans, the WWE desperately needs competition for a few reasons. The first reason is that competition creates a better product, which, if you've tuned in most Monday nights, you'll agree we fans deserve. We remember the Monday Night Wars. WCW and WWF pushed the envelope in their respective ways to try to outdo one another. And the winners were usually the fans. Suddenly, the feuds between factions took on more of a gangland feel. Another means to generate excitement was waiting to see who would show up where. We all know it kicked off the Monday Night Wars, Razor Ramon and Diesel showing up on WCW television. But even before that, Lex Luger was at SummerSlam on Sunday night and on Nitro that Monday night. A key member of the NWO, Syxx, showed up on Raw as X-Pac. There are plenty of other examples of wrestlers jumping ship. Ric Flair showed up on WWF TV with the WCW belt. Alundra Blaze showed up on WCW television with the WWF Women's title. And speaking of wrestlers switching organizations, another good reason why competition is good is that it gives the wrestlers some bargaining power. Pay me X or I'm going to the competition. And this time the competition doesn't have to be in another country. Even if it isn't about the bucks, the performers can decide if they want to make a creative move and breathe new life into their careers by switching companies. Right now, there is no alternative. You feel stuck in your role? Too bad. You think you deserve more money? Tough. Even with 5 hours a week of main brand television, it's simply impossible to feature much of the roster, especially when the first 25 minutes are wasted by the Anyway, do you need any more evidence than major titles being defended on pay-per-view pre-shows? In fairness, I can recall the Body Donnas facing the Godwins for the Tag Team Championship on a pay-per-view teaser. But if you can't fit your Intercontinental title match into a 4 or 5 hour show, you might have too much on your plate. AEW has some pretty big events coming up this summer along with the TV schedule. Personally, I can't wait. If AEW can live up to the hype, they will force the WWE to make some changes. And credit to Vince, he does some of his best work when his back is against the wall. In today's English Tip of the Week, we'll discuss 2, 2, and 2. Most of us seem to know that TWO is the number 2, but many of us are confusing TO with TOO. For an example of TWO, Owen Hart is the 2-time Slammy Award winner. Not Davey Boy, not his lousy, stinking, no-good brother Brett. Owen is the 2-time TWO Slammy Award winner. Woo! TOO can mean also, but it can also mean a higher degree than is desirable. For example, hey, yo, the NWO is just too sweet. TOO. Example 2, I'm going to IWC this weekend. Mark is going too. In this case, when it means also, you need a comma before the word to. And finally, TO expresses motion in the direction of and usually precedes a verb. Hey, yo, óyame, chico. I am going to carve you up. And with that, class,
You're dismissed.
Welcome back, and now we do our shtick. Pro Printing in Office, 814-834-3006. Call Dave All for all your printing needs.
You always want to add something else.
I always want to say Pro Printing Plus, and I don't know why, because I think there used to be like a Pro Printing Plus or something
there is.
like that.
It's probably his competitor.
Yeah, probably. And it's not the Plus. Take the Plus out of it, because they're not Plus compared to Pro Printing in Office. I'll tell you that much.
Swanson's Auto Body and Customs, 814-389-2294. He fixes cars.
CollaranElbow.com, the greatest wrestling site ever.
It is.
Hats, hoodies, sweatshirts, jackets, and when you check out, type in OVW for 10% off of your little purchase.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Can't Crusher 69.
Gmail, can'tcrusher69@gmail.com.
Our website, https://can'tcrusher69.wixsite.com/cancrusher.
Boxcast, Overcast, Alexa, Stitcher, Buzzsprout, Bullhorn, Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn Radio.
Take a break, drink a beer, because we have blog radio now, and the number is 563-993462. That's our live show Thursday night, 7 o'clock.
He forgot iHeartRadio as well.
Well, you needed a drink.
I did. Yeah, guys, call in definitely this week, as you guys are going to be the show. You guys are going to pick, if you're just joining us somehow, you picked in the middle of the podcast.
That's right. I like to listen. Like, I like to read a book. I like to read the end, and I'm like, well, how did that happen? So I go back and read the middle, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So then I read the front of it, and I'm just
It's
lost.
like watching Star Wars.
So I have to reread the whole book front to back.
And you're a good reader.
It takes me a long time.
You guys are picking the competitors for the bad gimmicks. Each of us will get to throw in one. All right? Myself, the English professor, and I don't want Paul's, because I know who he's putting in. I don't want Paul's. And if anybody agrees with it, there better be more than the number of people, because his might not make it.
It's going to make it.
It makes
What
it.
do we have? Garbage tip of the week, Mark. You're the garbage guy.
Music. Garbage tip of the week.
You are the garbage guy, Bubba.
I don't have one. How about a life tip this week, folks? How about a life tip?
Life tip. What do you got for that, bud?
Drink more beer.
That does not sound like a healthy life tip.
It's not healthy. I never said healthy.
My doctor would disagree with you, because my blood pressure's through the roof because I drink beer.
Do not. Listen, I don't know. Nothing.
Oh, somebody's on the spot and he hates it.
No, I don't hate it. No garbage tip.
Here's a real quick garbage tip, and it goes back to what we said last week. Salt your sidewalks, shovel your sidewalks, shovel out spots.
We've said this before.
I know. We've said everything before. We've told people to use bags. We've told people not to put boxes out in the rain. Nobody listens, so we'll just keep saying it, Mark.
Listen! All right, I said IWC Cold-Blooded, February 16th. That's this Saturday in Elizabeth.
Imagine Wrestling, March 9th in Altoona. Bob Backlund and Raging Bull.
Manny Fernandez. I'm
Is going
excited.
to be
I'm going to try my damnedest to get to that one. And then February 28th, it's called Wrestle Rex. It's a Thursday night in Pittsburgh. It's lucha-based. Ray Phoenix is going to be there. Sin Bodhi, who I talked about a little bit on OVW. And King's Ransom, who you guys listened to last Friday on the Spotlight.
By the way, I do like these new wrestling spotlights you do on Fridays.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not, we've decided to go away from putting an episode number on it.
Right.
We're just going to go with the Can Crusher Wrestling Spotlight.
Right, because the episode itself is based upon the wrestler. So we're not going to name it number 47 or whatever the hell we're calling it.
Right.
But it's about the wrestler. And this week, as I said, it's Jay Lee, the OVW Women's Champion. Three-time. It's still not written down, and he's searching for it. Come on, after 7 months, you don't remember it?
Oh, just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called a garbage can, Mark, not a garbage cannot.
So why do you need me to write that down?
Well, because I'm like, just because you're not garbage doesn't mean you can't do great things, and then it's called a trash can, but I messed it up, and now I get nervous. I like when stuff's written down.
You're sweating profusely right now.
It's waterworks. I'm just dying.
Guys, I don't know. Have a great week. We will probably see you or talk to you.
I mean, listen
Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, talk to us tomorrow.
Call in tomorrow and talk to us. And then
Sunday we'll have a recap of IWC.
And Friday we have your Wrestler Spotlight.
Yep, and it's Jay Lee. So we are packed.
Jam-packed.
To the gills.
Another wrestling weekend.
Woo woo!
A limited Nation Chamber Sunday. Enjoy it.
There was no Rusev Day.